and there are others that are there to support, throw the util, etc., etc. So if the guys that are throwing the util and such have the kills, then it means that, well, the guy in front of them died, and then the setup didn't work the way that it should have. So not ideal, obviously, but hey, the series is not over. And also, even if they lose this map, it's technically not over at that point. Feels like it's impossible to come back, though, from a 0-2. Potentially even impossible to come back from a 0-1, but they're going to have to start it here on Subbase if they want to.
Well, we'll see if they can do just that here. Ranking, looking for their first map in the series. XROCK looking to try and move to match point off of this one. We'll see if they can do it. It's going to be their pick as well as we kick off Subbase. XROCK, they're going to be a tough team to go down and beat here on the Subbase, I feel like, but we'll see what Ranking have in store to maybe change things up. We have seen them bounce back in a series before, but now more than ever, they've got to find something with their tournament lives on the line in these next two maps potentially. And already Ranking putting that pressure onto the A bomb site. But again, it's KT15 alone, no support system, and Chow just takes the free kill.
Yeah, not too sure what that is. If you're going to do that, why not have Hugh there with him? Like, what's Hugh actually achieving sitting around in the BL spawn at this point in time? Not a whole lot. You send two players down, maybe at worst case you get a 1-for-1 trade, and Hugh walks back up the stairs and says, that's fine. I mean, look, it still kind of works out, but fundamentally it shouldn't, right? And so for Hugh here, 2 is nice on the entry, but again, where is the person trading him, right? He's gone a little bit too far solo now as well, so even though he's picked up 2 kills, you can't necessarily say that that was exactly what should have occurred. Either way, Ranking find themselves in a 3-on-3, and they probably should be pretty happy with that, because it definitely could have been worse.
Yeah, some questionable decisions on the solo peaks, but at least Humio hits the shots to keep this one within reach. Lee almost gets caught there on the doors. Ice Cube misses the shot, gets the follow-up though, gets the double kill. And Ice Cube looks for the triple here, not gonna find it. Yang takes it down to a 1-on-2, but Ice Cube, he's definitely done exactly what he needed to in this round. Now Yang has to force the issue here, but it's already a 2-on-1. They're both looking right at him as well. They know exactly where he has to come from. And Nevis, he's just trying to run down the clock here. Spots him. The double peek works, though, and Ranking get the round.
Also questionable here from XROCK, leaving B side completely open, sending all 3 players towards Wood to push Ice Cube. Because usually retaking B side is very difficult. Didn't make too much sense, but also a great 2PC from Humeo as well as from Ice Cube.
Yep, good individual shots definitely from Ranking, but overall, strategically, macro-wise, I actually think that was a really bad round from Ranking. Like, they do win it, but it's just purely down to individuals hitting their shots, and you cannot necessarily rely on that. Obviously, it's nice when it works, but you want to think about the buddy system. Where's your buddy? There was no buddy, but they still won, so we'll see how that plays out over the rest of this half. Still, though, like I said, first 5 rounds of this map going to be crucial for Ranking to get the ball rolling again. And first one did actually go pretty decisively in their favor. Solid win. Can they put a couple together in a row?
Sunny gets caught, doesn't matter, still gets one before going down, but the trades favor Ranking as they force their way onto the B bomb site, but Lee is still alive and he is not going to be dealt with here. Gets the double kill, and Ice Cube is left alone. C4 in hand, so he can still go wherever he chooses to, but he wants to recontest onto the B bomb site. It is going to be Lee on the back of site. Getting into the rafters could be key on the timing here. If he goes for the peak, Ice Cube actually catches him not checking that angle first. GA, can he find the redemption, or will Ranking find themselves another round here?
I kind of like that he hasn't actually dropped down initially there. He's fully crossed all the way. But does he have the tenacity to outweight Jia? Jia, who is so patient. We've seen that already on the first map. I doubt he's going to move. Although, at this point, he's got to be thinking, maybe he went A. Maybe he's going A. Ice Cube, though, going to pop a smoke down and plant the C4. And Jia fast on the rotate. will get in past the smoke before Ice Cube even spots him out. Now, though, the information is given and we're into the 1v1. This could actually be a potentially map-deciding 1v1. I know it's early to say that, but get Ice Cube going. Get ranking 2 rounds in a row could be huge. Gia's able to slide out onto the site. Ice Cube hasn't spotted him. He's checked the corner, thought maybe Gia went past. Either way, time's starting to run down now, and Gia will have to tap that C4, which gives Ice Cube every possible advantage. He clears it, but not well enough. Went for the wide swing.
Yeah, just jiggle it. Like, why are you committing to this fight? Just play the time. Unlucky, but also great attempt from Ice Cube. But yeah, at the end, looked kind of shaky. I also feel like Fatkan was kind of throwing away this round here. I mean, you get this 2K, but now he's overcommitting. Like, why is he so greedy? Just wait for KT until he's ready to swing, and then you just get the trade. But yeah, Ice Cube almost saving the day once again.
Little things become big things.
Yeah. That's also what ranking is known for, right? Always those minor mistakes, always being greedy, always over-peaking.
Yep.
They should definitely avoid that.
Well, we've been saying that for the entire tournament, you know, and it, generally speaking, I think it has actually gotten a bit better, but it's certainly still there.
Yeah, now they've got to find something in this round to reply with. We do see Yang boosted into the vent. Not sure if they're going to try and clear it out or not, but it's a bit of a fake towards A. The rest of the team now working towards B for ranking. Lee and Chow have the angles covered on site. They still have to connect on these shots. Lee, I'm not sure what he's going for with this flash. It's going to be a quick lockers flash. Sneaks into position with Chow to play underneath the rafters. And Chow already good for 1, good for 2 with 11 HP. Yang finds 1 as well, but Humio, he's trying to keep the dream alive. Finds the entry with Nevis, but the rotation's already coming through from behind. Yang might get the backstab timing here perfectly. Humio is ready for it, though. Hits the headshot, and that is a huge momentum swing in the round now.
Yeah, Nevis has also managed to get passed back into Woods, so Humio, again, a game of timing, really. Every single one of these peaks, it does leave Nevis in the 1-on-2. Sunny's position somewhat known, and he is going to take that challenge. It's not a bad time to be taking this fight because Gia's still kind of in rotation across. I like this from Nevis. You have to take the 1v1 there. He will lose it, but that was the right play. Still, it is XROCK flexing their muscles again. And I don't like it here, right? The spacing is just not, again, not quite there. You got a couple of guys sitting in locker room while the entry is happening, right? Where's the trade coming through? It's not. And so many times that is what is letting ranking down. You're giving XROCK players the opportunity to multi-frag when it should be much more difficult for them to do that.
Yeah, now ranking has to find this round. Otherwise, XROCK gets a nice early lead again on this map. And you can see Chow, he hits the shots. And Humio, he's just flashed out. Can't do anything about it. Yang swings wide to take him down as well. And this is just falling apart completely. Again, the lack of trade setups. Nevis trying to reverse this on his side with some nice shots. Takes down GA. Lee falls as well to KT15, but Sunny, surprised he goes down there. Nevis, good for 2, looking for more. Not gonna happen. Yang finally puts a stop to it. But the bomb is sneaking its way around B alone. And again, these last 2 players have no way to support each other. Yang peeks alone, though. I'm surprised Chow didn't stick with him. But now he's in a 1-on-2.
Yeah, this is every single one of these rounds that ranking winning or potentially winning is coming down to someone individually having a moment, right? This time it's Nevis. He gets the 3K in around mid, and all of a sudden ranking's on for a round. But there's every possibility he just dies there, and there's no one to do anything about it. Either way, 2-on-1. Let's see what Chow can do now. Early in the tournament, he was definitely the MVP for XROCK, and KT15 has isolated himself. So if Chow checks this corner and gets the kill, all of a sudden it's a 1v1 and Fatcon can do nothing about it. So why is that? Fatcon might have been spotted there. No? Chow's got no idea. Okay, round.
Oh, no
what?
way.
Again, like, setup is not good for ranking, but then also that's a pretty egregious 1v1 to lose.
You got to win those. I mean, the guy wasn't even looking at you, and you still let him get the turnaround shot. And that is just a devastating way to go down for ranking. FotCon, all he had to do was just peek him from the rafters.
I have seen that so many times, though, in a 2v1, post-plan on the B side, always one player pushes their way into lockers, and I wonder, Seven, is there something I'm missing here?
I mean, it depends on the bomb plan. Sometimes you can play time from this position, not in this case. But yeah.
But wouldn't you double up then?
It depends. I mean, if you plant the bomb like openly, so you can actually defend it from lockers, it doesn't make too much sense to have two players there, like as a bait. And you can also play like you could send potentially one player towards dark room, because if the player retaking from long B and you send one player towards dark room, that he can play time from there, right? But like FotCon had the wrong position in this round. It just feels like they have no team play ranking sometimes. It's painful to watch because they have so much potential. Individually, they're so strong, otherwise they wouldn't be in the quarterfinal, right? So
yeah, well, here they go. Would attempt straight onto the A site, and would you look at that? Would you look at that? When all 5 members just go into a site together, they're able to hit their shots, they're able to open the site up, and it looks actually kind of good. It's a 5-on-3 here for ranking. Now, if they were to lose this round, then probably that's the nail in the coffin for them. And Hugh's going to try and take a 1v2. He wins it. He wins it. But why does he take the 1v2 at the top of the stairs? I don't know. Either way, what can you say? You can't argue with results. They're going to swing the stairs and spot out Yang there as well. They'll be aware of his position and finish that one off. But hey, that looks much better from ranking. Apart from Hugh trying to isolate himself in a duel against 2 players. But certainly the strategy was sound.
It's because they went together.
Actually, I'm convinced if this team has some structure and is more disciplined, this could be a top 4 team in the world.
100%. This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm sort of frustrated watching them so much. And it's also kind of why I predicted them. I was like hoping to see the best of ranking today. And again, like, we haven't quite seen it yet, but there's still hope. There's still hope. They've got a couple of rounds in the first 5. They're trading into the A side. And Hugh, well, I mean, he's hitting his shots. It's coming together for ranking in a sense, right? Like, what we said needed to happen is kind of happening, right? Nevis is looking pretty good. He's having moments. Hugh Mio is doing work, even though I'm not a fan of the fights he's taking. He's actually winning them. And it's like, it doesn't matter what I think. It doesn't matter what the fundamentals of the game are. It doesn't matter what you should or shouldn't do. At the end of the day, if you're winning your fights, go off, King. Really. That's all that matters. And ranking, they're letting Hugh loose. He's doing work. You can't argue against that. I mean, look at this. Like, how does he get away with this? Like, this is just illegal. But he's a criminal. And he's used to living in that life. So 3-on-3 as far as the rounds are concerned. And ranking is starting to get me excited, which is a problem. Because they're going to just break me down at some point. I can tell. It's just I'm just going to break, but I'm invested.
We'll see if they can keep it rolling. Right now, it is a change-up. No longer the A execute strategy. It is GA to find one already onto KT15. GA gets the double kill. Humio finally right there to trade it. And Humio as well from the top of rafters. Good for 2. But still, XROCK have the numbers here, and IceCube and FotCon, they're not really supporting this push effectively. IceCube still all the way back here, and FotCon is basically just in the BL spawn at this point. Neither one of them were really in positions where they could help trade to get onto this bomb site, but IceCube trying to do it by himself here. Gets the kill onto Yang, and now they group up. Still a 2v2 situation, a little bit more winnable, but Chow and Sunny, they might have something to say about it.
Well, this would be a good one again for ranking to win. Oh, IceCube, not a super quick reaction shot, but he will get the job done. Oh, and I think he might have spotted Sunny out there as well. At this point, why are you hanging around? Why not just turn around and go A? But backs himself to hit the shot, doesn't, and leaves FotCon in the 1-on-1. I was going to say, this is going to be a big round to win for ranking because it's the 2 players that haven't really had a huge, crazy sort of impact. Like, FotCon's been pretty good, IceCube's been pretty good, But really, it's been Hugh and Nevis that have felt like the drivers behind this for ranking. So if you get another couple of the lads involved and feeling good, winning a clutch, then it might come online for ranking. But I think timing here might not favor FUTCon, because Sunny has already worked his way all the way into the window. Has he been spotted there? Yeah, FUTCon firing a couple of shots off at him. Both aware of each other's position. C4 will go down. What's FUTCon's decision here? He's just going to play behind the missile. Actually, he's going to push toward the stairs. What? Sunny, he's gotten down. They're on opposite sides of the wall. I don't know. Sunny's going to check it. He's going to hard clear it. And FUTCon now just needs to win the duel. That's what this comes down to. Headshots required on both sides. And Sunny, well, he's struggling for time. FUTCon stalling well, but will fall. And a clutch for XROCK gets them back in the lead.
The question now is why has FUTCon no bullets anymore in this M4? Like, using the cold from this position, it's almost impossible to get the frag. And once again, 2 versus 1, Ice Cube coming to this fight towards quad, totally unnecessary. Just group up, push A together, and the round is yours. But yeah, I keep repeating myself.
Hopefully they'll hear it at some point. I mean, ranking, they've got the shots to do it. They just need the team play to follow through with. And again, XROCK putting that early pressure onto A long. They want to take these fights. They've got the chance to maybe get Nevis to peek alone here as well. He's pushed a bit too far forward. He will finally back off of this and move back towards mid. The rest of the team, though, for ranking, kind of just taking their time in this one. Not committing to any fights. And slowly sending FUTCon towards that B control room. Sunny, he's kind of got the key position to shut them down early on. Spots 2 and Nevis in that corner. Might have trouble getting out. He's spotted. But Sunny, not really going for anything just yet. Chow, he's got the perfect angle to take this fight. 1 versus 4 for the A bomb site. The utility comes out though, and Chow is completely blinded. Has to turn around for a moment, gets completely flashed again. But still, ranking taking too long on the push, and now the flashes are no more. Doesn't matter. Humio gets the opener. GA rotates into sight. Good for 1, good for 2. FUTCon up top though. Gets the flank set up perfectly. GA goes down, and now Lee has to do it all alone, 1 versus 3.
Not impossible, though, for Lee. He was really on in the last map. This, though, seems a bit difficult and will not even clear the corner. So, another one for ranking. They're definitely looking a lot more competitive here on map 2 than they were on map 1. Whether or not they can get this one over the line still remains to be seen. They're still not doing enough to convince me of that. But either way, they're giving us something of interest to watch. Long road ahead, of course, for the series, but this is kind of where it starts. This is kind of how it starts. So let's see, what can ranking do? Final round of the half.
Honestly, at this point, it seems going A is the play. They've won almost all of their rounds on A executes. They look way better on that side of the map. So I'm going to assume that's probably their approach in this final round. You can see Sunny and GA looking for the picks as well towards A long. They've got a hunch here on the XROCK side. It is going in that direction as well, with 3 kind of stacked to watch this side of the map. But again, ranking kind of just taking their time, setting up the picks. Ice Cube working into the B control room with Humio, but there's really no forward push yet coming through. The C4 dropped in mid as well from FUTCon as he works his way back towards long, kind of poking around here. But it does look like they're setting up for the B hit.
It's not the start you'd want to see for ranking. Nevis going down. Again, has felt like a bit of a linchpin for their half. But sooner or later, they're going to have to get it done without him, and Hugh might still be the difference maker here. 11 and 7. You got Lee up on the catwalk. He's going to drop down. He knew KT. 15 was there. He's dropped the C4 as well, and that's individual brilliance that you can't do anything about. It has been a shutout from XROCK in the final round of the half, but still 5-4. Look, I know you guys are going to say, well, it's black this side, they didn't get 5 on black this side, it's black this side of map. But tell me that wasn't better from ranking. That was at least a little bit more interesting.
Much better, but I still don't understand why they keep pushing Bisa at the end, because Camille always gets his entries on A side. Anyway, we always see an aggression here coming in from ranking towards the machine room.
Not sure about that one, Chief.
Yeah, not a great start. Chow gets the double kill, though. Good start for him to the half. And again, the solo peek on B not going to work out. Nevis taken down. The rotation from Humio is already here in the dark room, but he's got to connect on these shots. Ice Cube has moved into a position as well where they can help trade each other. Lee going to be spotted out. You can see Humio wants to take the fight. Ice Cube as well moves in for the shots. Yang shuts it down. Humio left alone. 1 versus 3. It doesn't seem like he's got any map control to work with as well.
It's too much to ask. Like, the bloke's 12 and 8, you know? Like, he's having a good game. Someone else has got to help him out. You can't say, all right, Hugh, you're having a good game. Try to 1v3 this one and keep us in the match. At some point, he's going to lose those. So 6-4. Not a huge fan of this. It's pretty telegraphed from ranking. They do often like to get aggressive there. And with only 2 players as well, it doesn't even really give you much of a chance to trade effectively. Like, you're really relying on both of those individuals opening things up. Because chances are XROCK's going to have 4 or 5 members contesting that area of the map. And once you're in, you're committed. Like, you can't get back out if you're ranking there. You need to go down swinging, and they just don't get enough kills initially. So losing all control around the sides and eventually get flanked and picked off. 6-4. XROCK looking good.
Usually it makes more sense to push with 3 guys towards long B machine room and have at least 1 guy in Elton mid who can support if needed.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of teams we've seen so far just fail to have that mid presence from Elturn on the push. So we'll see if there's any changes or adaptations coming in from ranking in this round. This could be a key fight, though. Ice Cube versus GA on the corner of lockers. But XROCK not fully committing yet. You could see the jump across, though. Now they've got that presence into lockers for the moment. But I actually like the call from GA in this half as well, knowing his team wants to play a little bit more aggressive. Deciding to use that M4 instead of the Yom could pay off big time. KT-15, good for a huge spray down with Nevis on the L-turn push. Nevis looking for more here as well. Sunny is lit up behind the missile. And he's only going to find himself 1 before going down in ranking. That is a solid hold out of them.
More like that, please. I want to get my prediction right today, because then I can rub it in everybody's face. What if... Okay, how crazy would this be, Kyle? What if we had ranking upset and Imperial upset?
That would be the dream.
Could we both, like, could we just agree to that? Like,
I would love it.
you give me ranking, I'll give you Imperial. We'll take that.
I would take that all day long. Multiple regions outside of China making the top 4 would be a huge step forward for where these teams have developed. But it's got to start here with ranking, and they still have not grabbed the lead on this map outside of very, very early on. And since then, you could see just a well-rounded team on the other side they're up against. But ranking starting to show more of that as well. Ice Cube finds the pick onto Sunny. Yang not really going for the trade yet either. The bomb down in the BL spawn. GA has snuck into the vent position. Nevis gets the jump spot. They know exactly where he is now, and this should be the round for ranking if they play together. Don't allow these plays to be given for free. Fotcon, nice flash into Chow, takes him down, but then there's a little bit of an overcommit here. Lee able to get 2 out of it. Yang has to get this trade, but Hugh has the shots to hold on to it for ranking. GA left alone in a 1-on-2, down to 12 HP, and Ice Cube knows exactly where he is, but surely not here. 3 different 1v1 opportunities, and now GA has a shot at the round, but at least it's Hugh in the driver's seat to decide where this goes.
Yeah, exactly. Hugh doesn't lose these, mate. He's a Chad. I mean, on the topic of it being an overcommitment, I think there's definitely an element of that from ranking, right? You don't need to necessarily go that aggressive when you're a player advantage, but the difference at least is they did it together. 2 players pushing up the stairs, 1 player pushing in through mid, and they were able to trade down. And Hugh, like I said, he doesn't lose these. Wasn't worried for a second.
I think it was one of the best rounds from ranking so far in this matchup. Like, even though they went up numbers, of course, they could go for the aggression as usual, but this time together at least.
Yes.
Having one guy from Woods, two guys from my down. So good trades coming in, especially from Humeo.
Yeah, Hugh up to 15 and 10 on this map. The top fragger by far in the lobby. This time, though, a little bit different. FotCon sniping alongside Ice Cube, so 2 OMs against 0 on the other side for XROCK. Could actually work out for them if they're able to hold on to the lane control. You can see FotCon playing his on this off angle in mid. Nevis, though, has pushed up quite a bit in the vents as well, and they might be checking him here. He's got to hit the shots. Nevis, good for 1.
I like it.
It's going to fall off, but the timing might not work if he doesn't turn around here. He's getting flanked, and he doesn't know it. Yang takes him down, and they've already lost the advantage in the round. 4v2 now for XROCK. They've got control towards this A bomb site, and even B if they want to go back as well. These last 2 players are kind of stuck in the lobby area outside of Wood. Humeo, though, good for his first to try and get things rolling back for them, but Yang in the vent. They're going to have to deal with him sooner or later in this position, and he spots Humeo as well. Almost goes down for the fight. And this is where Chow has all of the value to win back this round for XROCK. Ice Cube on the flank has already found 1, but Chow, he's got to move around. They know the B-bomb side is open, so maybe they leave Sunny here, sneak the plan on to B. This could be the strat here. Sunny down to 6 HP, though. He's got to be careful to keep himself alive.
If he can even get 1, then that's going to be massive value. Ice Cube going to take that challenge. Meanwhile, C4 is being planted over on B. Does Ranking think it's A still? I'm not sure. Either way, Sunny is being a real pest. They've got to clean him up quickly here, and they do. And they also manage to ensure that it's going to end up being a 2v1 here for Chow, who is playing a forward position. A 2-man swing, though, from Ranking is exactly what they need, and it's exactly what they won't get. Hughes clearing out the angle solo. It leaves Ice Cube alone. Needs to hit his shots, and he does, but not enough damage. Might have been a leg shot. In the end, Chow will survive, and he'll get the kills that he needs. XROCK just feel like they're doing enough to eke out a victory here on the onto the second map. Well done from Chow. Look at this leg shot, I think it was. Oh no, it was pistol out. Either way, not enough damage.
I'm still surprised Sub is actually the map pick from XROCK. I don't think they look team player-wise pretty strong on this one. And I already make this call now. I don't see XROCK reaching a top 3 placement here at this event. Boom! I think Baisha, Vincent, AGO, Imperial look a little bit stronger. But maybe they proved me wrong, but at least on this specific map, they don't look that strong. I think they're doing the same mistakes as Ranking in the first half, always going for solo aggressions, giving them entries. At least now they group up towards A side, which I like to see.
Yeah, XROCK, they've been a little bit sloppier on this map for sure. This time, it is a full execute potential, but GA's running into trouble. Still, they secure the first kill onto Nevis. Now, the solo hold of Hugh is not going to work this time around. FotCon from above, trying to help trade out down low, but it's not going to matter. XROCK, they've got full control as the plant goes down. KT-15 looking for the flank to catch them off guard. Good for 1, but GA, he's stalling. He needs that support, though, to come in a little bit faster from Sunny. Maybe not, though. GA gets it done alone in the 1v1. XROCK get the round, but I believe we are going to see a pause coming out from Ranking to try and stall that momentum.
Yeah. 8-6, that might be the straw that breaks the camel's back. Ranking have been fighting hard. Has always felt like, though, they've been fighting from behind. They've been fighting to make the comeback. They've been fighting to equalize. They've been fighting to keep their head above water. And once again, they've been pushed under, and I think they're running out of energy. They're running out of air at this point. I mean, that's fitting, really, isn't it?
I'm really hoping to see this Wood retake again from Ranking. So send Humeo towards Wood area, like let him camp behind the doors. The 2 guys from A down have first contact, and Humeo will get the trades anyway. Because this round also worked out for them pretty well in the second half.
Gia must have a cold nose. Good hold here, though.
Yeah, looking at the replay here.
This was last half.
Yeah, this was round number 8, where it was a little bit dicey, but did go the way of ranking there. But at this point, even looking at the stats, it's a pretty equal game on our hands. Nobody really over the top on either side. KT15 actually the highest ADR in the lobby at the moment by just a little bit.
Birthday luck, mate. But I don't know if it's going to be enough. 19 seconds. Hopefully they're cooking something up in the lab here, ranking. Because, look, the thing is as well, I think if they have a close map in map 2 and then lose that, it's like, well, that's GG, right? That you put all of your eggs in the basket. You've started to sort of mentally believe maybe that you can make something happen, and then still it's a 2-0 scoreline. And it's like, now you have to fully reset, do it all again, do it the hard way. And that might just be the mental pressure that's going to be a little bit too much for ranking. So if they lose this map right here, I'm calling it as done. And, well, if they lose a couple more rounds, then that is exactly what's going to happen, because they're not too far away from dropping the map as well. It's been a good effort, but I don't know if it's going to be enough from ranking just at this point.
You can see XROCK as well, fully grouped up for a B bomb site hit. KT15, this is the position where you have to find at least 2 kills from. He will before going down. Nevis on the rotation, only going to find one. Sunny now left in a 1v3, the C4 down around them as well, and it's not looking great for Sunny. He has to find a kill very quickly. Only 19 HP to work with, though, and ranking. They've got to be careful not to peek this alone, and they won't. They secure the trade and make it just a 1-round game.
Are we back? I wonder if that's what ranking are asking themselves. Are we back? Are we back in it? Good adaptation off the timeout.
I'm convinced we're gonna see 2 A executes now from XROCK, because B-side, like pushing B-side was rough, I feel like, for both teams actually. But ranking stacking towards A-side this time. I like the position here, especially Humeo and Nevis, the best 2 rifles.
Maybe they're thinking the same thing you are.
Yeah.
And to be fair, XROCK, I mean, they take control room, but they haven't really pressured into lockers at all, so there's no incentive necessarily for ranking to rotate anyone else off to B. They've got essentially 3 players for the A hold. Nevis up the top of the stairs is going to get some early info as well, and the nades will start to push XROCK back away. And I wonder if that changes the equation at all.
Yeah, I feel like Nevis didn't really need to peek there. They might have actually fully committed to that A push if he didn't, and now they don't really get a lot of value out of it. It's just 2 players going down to half HP. Now they are going to know GA is in the vents, but it's just equal pressure toward this lobby area, and this is where XROCK has won a lot of their rounds. Fighting in this lobby seems to favor them quite a bit, and again, GA just sneaks in. Why is no one watching this angle? He gets the kill for free onto KT15. Yang and Lee just steamroll their way into the bomb site, taking down Ice Cube and FOCCON, and Lee still has this angle on them, but Hugh catches him at the perfect moment. But in the 4-on-2, they are just getting lit up here. Nevis down to 10 HP. It doesn't seem like there's a way out.
This will be the straw that breaks the camel's back. Hugh's not going to be able to do anything about it. Nevis didn't even go with him, so not sure. Miscommunication maybe from ranking, but yeah, getting away with the smooth crim. And Nevis will try to give the team a little bit more time, rather, to talk.
Yeah, like you said, Kyle, Nevis playing way too aggressive towards bomb side A, because actually XROCK was about to push A side. They have the perfect setup. Just have to play a little bit more patiently there, and then they might eventually get this round. But also good from XROCK here, adapting, just pushing from woods towards cage and then to B. Like the decision here from the IGL from XROCK.
Potentially the final round on the way, if XROCK can find their way to it. They've looked pretty good in these last couple of rounds, ranking still holding their own. They've got the double setup on lockers. Hugh not fully connecting on that one. Takes down GA to 12 HP, but with an AWM in hand, there's definitely still value he can find here.
Is it back to A for XROCK? That does seem to be where they're interested in. C4's on that side of the map as well, and there's not really a whole lot of defense happening, so Ranking might be about to bamboozle themselves. They got the high-low set up in the locker room. It'll be largely irrelevant though, particularly if GA can like even get one. If this ends up being a 1-for-1, as he's trying to shoulder that corner, and the timing is right for the A push, it is still going to work out pretty nicely for XROCK. They haven't pulled the trigger though. And Sunny's going to be given the opportunity to now have a little bit of a late lurk into B.
Yeah, great timing from Sunny to sneak across here. There is still a lot of players, though, for Ranking they've got to deal with on this A bomb side, but it's going to be Yang who gets the opener. Sunny able to peel one player off the side as well. It's on to FotCon and Ice Cube to hold this bomb site, but Sunny, he's going to go down on the flank as well. KT-15 good for 2, but we've seen Chow do this once already in the 1-on-2 situation. He's going to have to do it again if they want to win this map safely in the round. He's doubling back towards the A bomb site, but Ice Cube and FotCon, this is exactly where they have decided to stack. They've got to be in trade positions, though. This is where Ranking has faulted themselves so many rounds, but they already give him the site. They only sit here for a couple of seconds, and now Chow, he's already snuck in here. He hasn't been spotted as well. This is a little bit risky of a plant spot when you're in a little bit of a 1v2, but he is going to spot Ice Cube up top already. Starts to work his way back around here. I actually would have preferred the flank in that situation.
Yeah.
It was the right call, I think, but now he has to do it in the 1-on-2 right up close and personal. Spots them both. But here's the fight he has to take onto FotCon quickly. They line up, doesn't matter. Ranking, hold on for another.
Tense, it's tense definitely for Ranking. I like the idea of the big wrap there as well. You looked at how slow they worked their way down into the side. I think he really could have gotten away with it, but either way, it'll be Ranking to pick the round up, and they keep themselves alive in map 2. Did have a couple of overtime maps yesterday. Here's another chance for one today. And Ranking are desperately clinging on to that being a possibility, because they need this map. They definitely do. 0-2 against a Chinese team requiring a reverse sweep. It's just not going to happen. But a 1-on-1, maybe it keeps the dream alive.
XROCK playing a little bit more aggressively towards the A bomb site. I like the change up for the positions here between Humio and Nevis on this. Playing a little bit more patient, not over peaking on the A staircase. And you can see XROCK, this is where they might commit this time around. They've got 3 ready to go into it. Nevis and Humio, they've got to hold the line here. Humio, though, good for 2 1-taps, and now GA is stuck alone. Humio, good for 3 on the lower bomb site, and he gets the bomb carrier down as well. Lee, only going to be good for 1 here. GA, he's just kind of stuck at this point, and Ranking, they have everything in the cards now to send it into overtime, unless they're not careful. Lee, already good for a 2nd kill on the round. Ice Cube, his spot is given away as well. GA gets the flank. They now have control over the B bomb site. The 2v5 down to a 2-on-2. But the one crucial thing they have to deal with is that bomb being down. Nevis already spotted from Lee. Surely not a 3rd from him on the round. Nevis running into trouble. Gets the kill anyways, but GA, that's cleared out the bomb for him. Maybe he can sneak it away. But here comes the double peek. Good for 1, but it's Nevis who saves the day. They hold on in the 2-on-5, but it's only a 1v1 that gets them into overtime.
That got way too close. Why are you giving them 1v1s?
But still, insane 4-piece from Emeo, especially the opening 3 kills. Like for 1 second, I was like, okay, maybe he's having the wrong position because he was rotating off towards A connector. But still managed to get the 3-piece. 3 clean headshots. This is what Ranking needs.
Ranking now have a little bit of momentum to take into overtime, but now we switch back to the original sides, and this is where they struggled a little bit more in that first half. Looking at this clip, though, from Humio, the shots extra crispy onto these 3 players coming down the A staircase, and Humio definitely having a much better day today. 20-15 to get his team pushed into overtime here. And now it's up to them to try and close this one out.
Well, I mean, the same situation is still on the cards here for ranking. Like, they could still go down 0-2. Sure, they've done well to make it into the OT, but it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to win the map. So everything hanging in the balance for ranking. And their chances of staying alive here at the Crossfire Stars 2023 Grand Finals. Feels like they really rest upon a victory here on sub-base. And even then, tough ask with Ankara next, Mexico Port potentially still to play in the series as well. It'll be ranking to make their way toward the B site initially here. Gia hasn't really seen too much just yet, but getting a bit of an idea. And Nevis, surely you're not going to challenge that after seeing Gia already on the angle. Hugh's going to try to find the trades. It'll actually come down to KT15 on the alternate entry path to find himself a couple of quick kills. And ranking have the site.
This is a round they have to win, though. They can't allow the 4-on-3 retake to be lost. It's Yang already on the rotation, looking for this kill onto Ice Cube. Chow starting to work his way in as well. But Ice Cube, he's got to hold the line here. Dancing behind the quad box is Sunny. He's got the timing, but this is Ice Cube really stepping up at the ideal moment. Yang, he knows there's a player there. Good for one. Chow able to get one on his way down, but it doesn't matter. Ranking, get the first round here of overtime, and maybe that's enough to wake them up and get this one done on map number 2.
Any believers?
I mean, this was the first one when the this was the first one when the B push actually worked out, right? So maybe they finally break the curse, and I mean, in the end, it's still blacklisted. I know I keep repeating myself, but
That was a quad nade into control room.
I think we're gonna see golden round. This would be my call.
What happens in the golden round?
Himio gets 4 kills and still loses the round.
Oh, I was on board for half of that.
That would be a very ranking way to end this game for sure, but I feel like they have shown us a lot on this map. I'm starting to think they might take it.
Ooh.
A lot of it comes down to this side, though. If they can't get at least 2 on the BL, I think it's already over at that point.
Well,
so for
halfway
them,
there.
it's got to be another solid round. But again, they keep going back to this B bomb site where in regulation, they only won a single round on the B bomb side. So I'm not sure why they think this is the better approach here. XROCK definitely has the better shots on this side. But GA, he's got to find one. I love that crouch across. He has no idea now, but I think he actually heard another player make noise, so he does move positions. Ice Cube goes down, but GA, he's got a player underneath already, and he doesn't know KT15 is here, but Lee, the spot on the light could pay off, but Nevis gets the double FotCon right there as well, and ranking, they're just going to steamroll every player in their way onto the B-bomb site, and that's 2 in a row for ranking.
The boys are back.
But why is GA overcommitting? He got the entry frag, like, just fall back, maybe towards Darkroom. Because
that's what he does. That's Gia in a nutshell. He just wants to get the frags, mate. You've seen it all event long. It's just what he does. It's the problem with some of these guys when they're so talented as individuals. They think they can just make it happen. And they don't play the fundamentals. It's the curse of being a good player. This is why you understand, Seven. That's a low-key dig. I'm calling you bad, but you understand my point, right? When you're a little bit too good, right? You just think, oh, I'm going to hit the next shot, but you don't. And then it falls apart.
I agree, but for instance, a 9 usually never overcommits, and he's...
9's a different beast.
Yeah.
9, he's got it. He's got everything.
Because he must feel like I'm better than anyone else here,
well,
right?
And that's why he's the best player in the world, though, is because he is better than everyone else, but he's also smarter than everyone else.
Yeah.
Ranking. Going for the A execute, though, this time around. A lot of players grouped up here for it. But XROCK, they definitely see what's coming here. They've got 4 players stacked towards the A bomb site. Only Yang holding on to the vents, so Nevis could potentially get the timing here with KT15, and they do. KT15 gets the double kill. Sunny tries to answer back, but the answer is just not there unless Lee can find it, but Humio gets it done, and ranking, it's 3-0 in the first half of overtime.
Any believers?
I am now. I feel like this map is theirs.
I also start believing.
Okay.
But also XROCK looks so shaky on this GR side. No setup worked out for them. Neither B side, neither A side. It's tough.
KT15 having a birthday game. 105 ADR. Putting in work for his team at the moment. And Gia, oh, how does he get away with that? He should never get a kill there. Either way, though, 1 for 1. Still not too bad.
Chow looking for the follow-up. Fotcon spotted in the smoke. Not taken down, though. Chow still trying to force the issue. Has to be careful, though. Humio's playing the off angle from the A control room. Utility comes down. And this is going to be a full A recommit coming out from XROCK. They've got their full team ready to go here. It's only Hugh holding on to the bomb site from up top here. And I don't think he's going to catch this as fast as it happens. Lee doing a good job of playing that distractionary role as Yang able to cross safely onto the bomb site for now. Hugh tries to get back down. He's been spotted out, but Hugh hits the shot first. Fotcon as well, able to find one, but it's on to Chow and Sunny here. They've got control of the site. All three players are grouped up on top of it, but that flash is going to be devastating. But Chow, what is he doing here alone? He's going to go for it in the 1-on-2, only good for 1, but the damage has been dealt. The round is winnable if Sunny can get these peaks one at a time. Fotcon down to 20 HP.
Smart move. They backed away.
For the first time.
For the first time in history, they're going to play the 2v1. I mean, you can't really blame Chow there. I think that was sort of the right decision, right? He needs to try to take some space, make maybe a 2-on-2. Goes down trying to make something happen, but when you're at a numbers deficit, it's more than acceptable. Sunny now, though. Ooh. It is still winnable. 30 seconds, though, to get into that B bomb site. Has now been spotted as well. Cops a little bit of damage for his trouble, but at the very worst, it's going to allow him a plant, and it's an open plant as well, so he could really go from anywhere now. He can play this post plant from literally any position and still have coverage on that bomb. He's going to get aggressive. I like it. Try to isolate a 1v1. But timing doesn't work out, and that is going to be that. Ranking still in the game. Can you believe it? They have taken the map away from XROCK. It's 13 on the board, and the scoreline now